Hey, so today let's talk about friends with benefits, and we'll talk about some positive things about it, some negative, and some things to consider if you're thinking about entering into a friends with benefits situation. So, the first thing I want to say is make sure that the person you're considering entering this kind of situation with that you both have a general respect for each other. And for example, you don't want to enter this kind of situation with somebody who is known to be manipulative in the past with you, not treated you right. For example, not returning calls, text messages, known to be untrustworthy in any way like that. You really want to make sure that you can also trust this person with your health. So you want to make sure that protection is figured out for both STDs and pregnancy. And I know that a lot of people will probably not agree with me, but I feel like the mature thing is to know who else that person is sleeping with. I know many people will say, well, you know, I'm friends with benefits with this person, so it's not a relationship and they don't deserve to know. But I feel like they do deserve to know because it's their health also. And, if you're sleeping with a bunch of other people and, for example, you're not using protection, or the gazillions of other people you're sleeping with aren't using protection with other partners, then you run the risk of infecting, well, not only one friend with benefits, but anybody else you're sleeping with. And it's just a whole cycle. So that's why I feel like even STD papers should be exchanged. And I've been laughed at basically for this in the past, but I don't feel bad about asking for papers. And I'll gladly, I would give mine. So if anybody's kind of being disrespectful with that, that's your health and don't mess with that, because there are plenty of really terrible diseases out there. And you just want to make sure that you're always protecting yourself. Another thing I want to bring up is boundaries, but also I know that some situations can be that, I've heard in the past from people that I know, they're one-sided. So meaning that a friend with benefits will call, and want to get together, and then the other person will call, and one person makes it only on their schedule. I just feel like in that kind of situation, it should be when both partners, if they can, obviously, if they don't have a really busy life, when they can get together, it should be a little bit of a balance there. It should not be just one-sided, because I feel like that goes into manipulation. And it's just really important. Like I said, that whole thing leads back to respect. Another thing I want to talk about is the possibility of feelings developing. And a lot of people say that's only on the woman's end, but I also feel like I've seen cases where it's on the guy's end as well. And just realize, don't, as much as you want to, I know especially women will be like, well, maybe I can win this person over through sex, It's not always the case. There are a few situations that, friends with benefits have turned into relationships and even marriages, but they're not, it's just very, very far in between. Like, that's hard to come by. So just realize that when this person, if they find another relationship, they find somebody they really love, they could walk away pretty much without even saying anything. And just be ready to have heartache. And it's a really, really terrible feeling. I've been there personally. So I don't think that I would ever enter into another friends with benefits situation. I personally in the past have done that. I've tried to have, relations with a guy and pretend I was all into friends with benefits, but I really had the motive to try to make them fall in love with me, and it totally backfired on me. So I just want to make people aware of that. And during sex, there is, connecting hormones and such that especially for a woman, it really is a bonding experience. I know that a lot of women may not feel it as strongly as others, but it's definitely there. And then, when you want to cut off a friends with benefits situation with somebody, the best thing to do is not ghost them. That's one of the worst things you could do. You want to just have, sit down and have a conversation with them and just tell them how you feel. I do not condone ghosting at all in any aspect. I feel like it's a really weak thing to do. But I do hear that a lot, that, people say, well, I don't understand. I was friends with benefits with this person and I haven't heard from them in like months and they don't return my calls. But I think you have to go back to the fact that, yes, it's not a relationship, but in a sense it actually is. Because, like I said, sex is still a very, very intimate thing at the end of the day, and it's a bonding experience. So, for those of you that can be in that kind of situation and make it work, that's great. But not everybody can do that. So, I just wanted to bring up some points for people who are considering entering into a situation like this, or those of you that are in one and trying to decide if you should get out. Just really take the time to think about it. And like I said, it's your body and it's your life at the end of the day. So just make sure to always respect yourself and others, and always, always take care of your health too. It's number one, physically and mentally. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye.